no matter what. I'm feeling great.
Hello and welcome to Godlywood Studio and to Light of Knowledge. Friends, we are continuing with mental pollution because we are living in a world where it is estimated that almost 70 to 75 percentage of our population, 75 percentage of their total wake up time, are thinking waste, negative, vicious, poisonous thoughts. Think about the magnitude of negative vibrations which is spreading to the world. Think about the impact it is creating in the flora and the fauna of our world. So, this is so important that we keep our minds so cool under circumstances. And this is where godly knowledge comes to our rescue. So, today let us take up the vice which is like a hellfire and which is creating havoc all over the world: anger. To talk about anger and what can be the damaging effects of anger, we have, as usual, Rupa Behenji in the studio. Let us welcome her. Rupa Behenji, welcome to this discussion.
Thank you.
Anger is such a like a fire. I've heard Buddha speaking. There is no punishment for anger. Anger itself is the punishment. So, what damaging effects can we have in our life if we keep hold of this anger?
When we talk about anger, the word anger itself is giving a kind of uncomfortable feeling to our individual self. And an angry person cannot keep himself calm or peaceful. As a result, he cannot make others also feel comfortable with him. And in today's life, people think anger is like a weapon. Without showing anger or getting anger, without being in angry mood, we are not able to get work done, or we cannot reach success. We have to be aggressive with anger. This mindset, this kind of belief itself is somewhere wrong, by which we are becoming more and more victim of this negative wise anger. Because today in the society, what all the damages are taking place, either it is with relationship or with flora and fauna, or there is so much of environmental ecological imbalances or disturbances. This is also somewhere the individual anger is the cause for all this. And anger burns first the individual self, and therefore we spread that to others automatically. It is well said, a person who is having anger in his house, even a pot which is filled with water gets evaporated. That is the result. Then today we see individuals struggle with conflicts, and one person to person, one group of people to people, and it is spreading like this from village to village. I have seen in many places a group of people who live in village, they don't like to talk with love another village people, because age old some kind of misunderstanding has given a place for getting angry with each other, and that is continuing
without any apparent reason also.
Yes.
Benji, I think anger usually it is found in people with authority who is ruling over some position or something, that they find it is a weapon. We cannot do without anger. If we are not angry, people will not obey us. So how far is this right?
When you use anger as a weapon, definitely people will obey you, but it is not with love, with fear and with force. And anything which is done with force remains temporarily. And the moment the pressure is taken out, the people will revert back to their old way. And if we want the result longer time, then we have to use the natural nature of our individual self is love, and where where there is lack of love, there the seed of fire is created or it is developed. So the question may be that is it possible with only love we can get work done?
That is the question, because people say if we just love and be very soft with everyone, people may take advantage of it. And there are a lot of examples that it is actually happening in this competitive world. So is there any alternative for anger?
See, loveful in the sense when you use this virtue as natural quality of yourself, be loveful outside but strong inside like a diamond. That means when there is a point of getting work done, be disciplined. And there is no point of showing love and excusing and forgiving like that. But when you become strong inside, when I say strong, it is not harsh. You are under discipline and you are expecting other person also to follow that. In doing so, we may not become victim of this wise anger, because anger cannot make people happy. Even many times we see those who are in a responsible position. I have seen the great leader Dadi Prakashmani in our Brahma Kumaris institution from my childhood. She meets thousands of people, managing hundreds of sisters who are responsible for this maintaining centers. Not only that, in this headquarters where she was living, she used to manage number of departments and managing with number of department heads. But I have never seen her getting angry. Is it not a wonder? And what is that power she was using? She was an ordinary woman, but raised as a very great leader and become a very good example for lakhs of people today. And even in her absence, people used to see her as a role model. Even when she was not there, they were very honest with her. This shows there is a good relationship and loveful acceptance with each other, and motivation takes place automatically where there is no force, but there is only flow of love. And the same quality we can use in our family also and in our workplace also. Only the misconception what we have in our mind without showing anger, it is not possible, has to be changed. Unless and until I flow the quality of love, and that love should be again very pure, unconditional, and always accept others to their limits. See what is happening now.
I think
sometimes
what you are saying is very beautiful, but it will take quite a training for us to change those mindset. We are, I think, tuned to get angry when things go wrong, when people are not doing the way I want. So in order to change it, as you say, make it a habit to love every time, I think we will have to go through a strenuous process of changing ourselves.
Because when you show love, there is forgiveness. There is a space we are giving that person to change himself. But when we show anger, that person will become stagnant. And because of that negative force of anger, there is a fear, and possibly he will commit the same mistake again and again. And he won't think of moving forward with something newness. And therefore we see a person gets angry with another person, always gets angry. Then finally we say without showing angry, he won't do that. And he will also wait for that person to get angry. When the force comes, he will do that. Otherwise he will become
everybody get
stagnant.
tuned to what we are showing outside. I think when in the family, especially when one person is there who shows exceptional anger, then I think it affects everyone in the family. So there are two sides of it as usual. The person who is getting angry in every small matter, and the people who are becoming a victim for that. So what advice can we give to both?
When we are losing our temper for trivial matters, that slowly amounts more and more and then finally becomes my image itself is like getting angry. Then people think, oh, he is an angry person. Oh, we have to be very careful. That means anytime he can burst out, anytime he can lose his temper, cause may be small or big. This shows there is some dissatisfaction in that person for which he is searching for his happiness. And where there is no satisfaction or happiness, there is anger. Or frequently they lose their temper, or they don't have control on their emotions. And therefore, it's good to find out the reason first, why he is behaving like that. Is there any way that I can help? Instead of thinking that, oh, he is an angry person, he is losing his temper, so let us not go closer to him or behave with him positively. Rather, and you see here, I would like to say one important point. A person who gets angry, he is not a strong person. He is weak. Who can remain peaceful is very strong inside. And therefore, first of all, we should see the weakness in him, and we should show some kind of sympathy or the way I can help, because anger means we are losing energy. We are destroying our inner resource of calmness.
That I think everyone will be having a personal experience of that, because whenever we get angry, then for the next 4 or 5 hours together, or even days, we don't feel like doing anything in an effective way. So I think this degradation or degeneration of energy which is happening almost frequently nowadays, I think all our potential, human beings has immense potential, it is said, but I think it is because of these vices that all this energy is flowing out.
Every individual try to come back to their original state of peace in different way. A person who gets angry, then immediately try to escape from this place. Some people, they want to sit in quiet place and don't allow anybody to meet. Some people, they will listen to music. Some people, they want to read something. Some people, they start eating. So it's their different choice. But ultimately, everybody, what they are trying to do is, they are again want to fill the calmness which they have lost. Because until they come back to that calmness or peaceful state, their intellect cannot take proper decision, or anything they want to do in their life, maybe new things or meet people or go to any gatherings, they don't feel comfortable. And therefore, angry person always would like to go back to his loneliness immediately, or he will sit quietly, don't do anything. What is that? Trying to feel once again the calmness which was there before, which is lost now, would like to regain. So here, a wise thinking, the godly knowledge advises us. God says, don't ever lose your temper. Then there is no extra effort. By losing again you feel, and before feeling another incident comes where again you lose, then there is no gap where you are making effort, but that effort is half done. And before you could come back to your state of calmness, so many other situations will trigger you to lose your temper once again. And therefore, try to be in that state of calmness always. For that, we should have a support of the godly knowledge, which is very helpful.
As you put it very clearly, it is quite foolish to degrade one's own energy level because somebody has done something, and I am actually the storehouse of energy that our soul is, and we are doing away with it with little reason or no
with
reason.
that, you see, physically also they damage themselves. And when they damage themselves, they try to damage outside things also, so that they will throw their negative energy outside and then become empty inside. And physically tired, mentally exhausted, and then they don't like to enjoy anymore, and they can't. So that is the end result. So anger ends up with destructive activities, and last effect is repentance. And that repentance, if we don't allow once again to regain, then he has lost everything.
I think, Benji, it is all about taking care of ourselves. Through meditation or listening to knowledge, I think great changes can bring about this so important energy. We can keep it for ourselves, keep it for the future purposes, whatever we are going to use. And I think now it is time for us to go to the question from the public.
Om Shanti. Myself, Alka Nagi. I am a branch incumbent with Oriental Bank of Commerce. My question is कि I face so many challenges at workplace, and though I want to maintain peace with my colleagues and public at large, but then situations do come and they create so much of stress. How to overcome those stress, those negative feelings, hatred, anger, that's all.
So, Benji, that's a very practical question, because when we are sitting alone in the room, maybe we may not get angry, but interacting with people with different mindsets and attitudes, sometimes we feel that something is going wrong and then we feel angry. So, what can be done about it?
First of all, we should find the reason why I am getting angry. Is the cause within myself? Is it because of somebody? If it is because of my own weaknesses, maybe I am not happy with my life, maybe I wanted to do something, I could not do it, so I am having some kind of dissatisfaction in myself. I expect somebody to do, they have not done, then it is a dissatisfaction inside. So let us find out the cause first, whether it is from my individual self or the cause is from others. If the cause is within myself, then I have to work hard to take out that. For that, support is the guidance with godly knowledge, and little bit of contemplation every day definitely will help. Because it's my choice whether I want to be peaceful or anger is my choice. Whether I want to be happy or dissatisfied, it's my choice. If the cause is from others, like the question was asked, when we are working in workplace, there are so many people, and people are of different attitudes, definitely. Their way of doing is different, and sometimes some things I understand and the same concept possibly somebody has misunderstood, and there is a negative reactions. Now during that time, first of all, I should allow them to do what they want. Even if I allow or not, they will do what they want. There is no direct hold on them for me. So what is that hold I have directly on myself or on others?
Myself.
It's myself. So there what I have to do is, I should not get affected by their behavior. For that I have to practice to be an uninfluenced person. And that practice is very important, because if somebody is interfering in my activity also, at that time immediately we try to become involved and influenced, and the result is again negative. We feel bad about others, why he has come on my way. So first thing, we have to practice to be having hold on ourselves.
Practically speaking, these situations come so abruptly that I may not get the time to prepare myself. So would you recommend some timings for this, so that we can practice certain attitudes, so that when at the time of this abrupt problem, then I find myself in a peaceful way?
A very good time that we can practice early morning when we get up, because the whole day is the time where we act. While acting, we don't have time to practice. Preparation has to be done before acting. So every individual has been blessed by God to do what they want within 24 hours. In that, very actively we are coming up with people and friends and so many activities, maybe 6 to 8 hours. Is it not? See, 24 hours if we split into 3 dimensions, 8 hours we are in workplace, 7 to 8 hours we sleep, and another 8 hours it's our personal choice of work. Now, where actually the disturbance occur very often is where we are coming in contact with people. So for that we need not get afraid, oh, I cannot work peacefully, so I don't want to meet that person, I don't want, so keeping ourselves aloof. That's not the solution. Always you cannot do that. So it's better to prepare well before coming into the world field of action. So early morning when you get up, we all practice that. So today is a great day given by God. Whatever the work I do, whomever I meet, I am going to be positive. As much as possible, I am going to spread the peaceful vibration. Each day you can take one different thought in your mind. According to your situation also you can select, so that that energy will definitely help throughout your workplace, as much time you are spending. So minimum time at least 20 to 30 minutes, and the most auspicious time is early morning. The hour of nectar we say 4 o'clock to 5, before 5. But if that is too difficult for new beginners, then at least let them get up as early as possible, at least around 5:36. So let them get fresh and then sit in a comfortable place and have a thought that I am a point of light, and what is that quality today they want to experience and share with others. Let us begin with peace. And peace is not outside, within myself. Contemplate with few thoughts of peace. You see, when we are generating thoughts of peace, the energy is filling in ourselves. So initially maybe little bit disturbance, but no problem, let them go on, and after few days they see mind naturally becomes peaceful and naturally thinks peaceful, and while coming into action and interacting with others, the peaceful thoughts communicating in the form of action becomes very natural.
I think, Benji, it is all about practice, and it is also time for us to move to our last part, which is all about practice again. So what is the attitude for today and what is the virtue? And let us contemplate over it.
The most important attitude that we can practice is the attitude of being non-reactive. Because we get into trap of anger or losing temper when we are reacting. A wise person will not react immediately. He thinks, he allows himself to feel what is right and what is wrong and what I have to do. For that little time you need. For that we should practice to be non-reactive. In other words, we can say non-influenced. Let other person may be acting negative, thinking active, throwing negative vibration, it's okay. But I am not getting influenced. As a result, I am non-reactive. Then the virtue supporting is peace. I am peaceful soul. Let us believe this first. Peace is within me. I feel peace in myself. I am an embodiment of peace, and that treasure of peace cannot be destroyed or stolen by anybody. It's my treasure. If at all I am allowing somebody to steal that, that means I am not holding that with safety. So let us think this quality of peace is my treasure.
So let us have some few thoughts to reflect on this so that we can practice it and make it our habit.
Sit in a comfortable position. Take long breath and relax. Visualize yourself as a point of divine light. Allow your mind to be free from all other thoughts of disturbance for few minutes. I am an embodiment of peace. Peace is my nature. Peace is my treasure. Peace is my essence of existence. Hence, with the attitude of being non-reactive to the situations, people, and whatever the consequences may be, I remain non-reactive with the conscious awareness that peace is my treasure. Om Shanti.
There is nothing more to say than thanks, as usual, for taking us through the journey of reflection. Thanks a lot very much for coming into the studio and sharing all this wonderful information. So friends, today we have looked into the hellfire, that is anger. And even though we consider it somewhat important nowadays, because during day-to-day conversations and day-to-day behavior, we use anger a lot, and we use it as a weapon to make others obey or whatever. But we have found that it destroys the person who is holding it. And let us be wise, and let us not allow this voice of anger to destroy us anymore. So thanks a lot for joining in today. Let us take this awareness to our day-to-day life, and from everyone in the studio, it is a goodbye from us. Don't forget to drop a line if you have a suggestion or a question. Thank you very much.